What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of WWE Content, and let's talk about it. Two PLEs in two different countries. A bunch of people are now new champions in both promotions. We have seen the craziest, most intense, most bloodiest match versus match we have ever seen. I don't know how long, but we witnessed it last night and it was intense. Then today, the first time in history, WWE had their first PLE televised live audience in Italy, where we have seen the most craziest matches. Everybody but one got to retain their title, and then, of course, the Beast himself tied the score against the ruler Obafemi 1-1. I don't know what to make of it. I mean, Noches de los Grandes. It was freaking crazy. By the first match to the last, it was so intense. I was up and down my bed. I was walking across my room. I was celebrating Ray Phoenix won the Cruiserweight Championship. I During the last match of a Grande Americano versus original Grande Americano, my heart was pounding so much because of the anxiousness, the anticipation, the craziness that was involved with that match. And I kept telling you guys over and over again and again, since the second the two Grande Americanos came together, their last match was going to end in a bloodbath. And that's exactly what happened. Blood was drawn, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, and a mask for a mask. I don't think I've ever seen anything that crazy, but last night I did. And what I loved most about that match was the original one, Chad Gable, the one who started all of this. He gave the mask to El Grande, said, "You're the only one," and he left. But what I loved more is that he said he wanted to be a luchador to take them down. And at the end of the day, it was time for him to put the mask to rest. I didn't like him before for what he did by disrespecting the luchador community, the the history behind the mask. But at the end of the day, well, at the end of the night, when he took off his mask, he said his real name, talked about a little bit of his history, about him wrestling the business for 13 years. I gave him respect. I said, "You know what, man? You did good. You made me hate you so many times when you were in the ring. I talked crap about you so many times on my podcast. I'm like, you did it. So now, Chad Gable, you got my respect because you put on a hell of a match last night, and I'm so proud of you for what you did." But then it got me thinking. The original starter of all of this was actually Dominic Mysterio. If it wasn't for Dominic, who gave Chad Gable the way to Lucha Libre, who helped him go to the master of Lucha Libre, who put on the mask. If it wasn't for Dominic, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have had AAA being with WWE. We wouldn't have had Dominic and a Grande Americano being Los Gringos Locos. We wouldn't have had a Grande Americano versus the original Grande Americano seeing each other for the first time at the Royal Rumble, leading up to Noches de los Grandes for a mask versus mask match. Dominic was the original one who started all of this. He's the one that made us believe in some crazy twist and turn of events. He made us believe that luchadors could be superheroes, some could be, and some could be supervillains. He gave us this A Grande Americano versus the original Grande Americano show that we will talk about this for the rest of our lives. Dominic did that. And you know what, Dom? Props to you, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here right now talking about the most legendariest, craziest match we've ever witnessed last night. So, Dominic, thank you, and I hope to see more crazy storylines coming from you in the near future. Now, the rest of the matches, I gotta say, Leonardo Kid, Ray Phoenix, craziest, fastest guys I've ever seen in my life. Ray Phoenix, now a champion like his brother Benta. It was insane. Like, the whole match was freaking insane. And I gotta say, Ray Phoenix, props to you, man. You did good, and I'm proud of you. You you held your end of the bargain. You managed to take down that guy. It was amazing. It was literally amazing. Wagner Jr. versus Vikingo. I did not expect Vikingo to win. Even with all the help that Wagner Jr. had, he still came up short. I'm like, what the heck? Now, I'm not saying I like the guy because he's a bad guy and everything, but I am interested to see what he has in store later on as his reign as the Latin American champion. Who knows, man? Who knows what the future stores for Vikingo? Now, the tag team match: Circus Clowns versus War Waiters. I was shocked. I'm like, are you serious? I mean, I get, Pagano and Psycho Clown, they went through a bit of some heat, but when it came down to the War Raiders winning, and then Pagano walked out on Psycho Clown the second the War Raiders beat the crap out of him, I'm like, oh my god, what the hell just happened? Did we just see a betrayal happen in AAA? Did we just see that? Did we just see that? Like, it was so intense. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Noches de los Grandes was probably one of the coolest PLEs I've ever seen for AAA, the coolest matches I've ever seen, and witnessing history last night of a mask versus mask match, it was death-defying, crazy, high-flying bloodiness. It was just insane. It was like a freaking madhouse. So we have only one Grande Americano. And of course, people are forgetting that he is still the number one contender to fight Dominic Mysterio for the AAA Mega Championship. When are they gonna fight? I have absolutely no idea. But when that does happen, I cannot wait to see history being made again for AAA. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. But speaking of AAA, this is the first time in history where they're gonna have Triple Mania for a 2-night event. But it's not gonna be like WrestleMania where it's back to back, back to back WrestleManias, back to back matches. No. They're gonna host one Triple Mania in Las Vegas. Next day, rest. And then night two, gonna be in New Mexico. That is gonna be awesome. I cannot wait to see history yet again. And by the looks of it, we might see Dominic main event night two. If he does, he already fulfilled his duties in AAA. And honestly, if he loses, I won't be mad because at least he'll lose to a worthy opponent of a Grande Americano. So you know what? Bring it on, guys, because I'm ready for Triple Mania this year. Now, no Dos Grandes last night, awesome. Clash in Italy. I mean, I'm not gonna say it sucked, but I will speak from my opinion. It could have gone a little bit better. I mean, with Cody versus Gunther, I thought, some of the moves were lagging. Rhea and Jade, I mean, I can go on for maybe 10 to 20 minutes about how the match was really bad on Jade Cargill's side. But I'll do that another time. Because I don't want to waste you guys' time going on and on about how bad Jade was because Rhea tried so hard, but it's whatever. But in the end, Rhea came on top like she always does, and she's still our women's champion, so I'm happy. Now, the Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi match. I mean, so many F5, so many craziness. I really for sure thought they were gonna break the ring in half. Like that's how crazy it was. I really for sure thought they were gonna break the ring in half. It was just freaking insane. It was intense. But then Brock Lesnar, like he always does, he persevered. He came on top. But now the score is 1-1. So where does that leave Obafemi? Is he gonna fight Roman? Is he gonna fight Brock Lesnar again, or is he gonna go on about his career and still do the Obafemi challenge? I don't know, but time will tell. Sol Ruka and Becky Lynch. Honestly, not a bad match for Sol Ruka. This being her, I think, fourth match on the main roster. And the fact that she beat Becky Lynch, I'm like, thank God. So now we might see another worthy opponent for Sol Ruka since she's now a champion. And this is her first title on the main roster, which I'm really proud of her, by the way. So who knows what they're going to do with her title reign? Better yet, we could even have a women's Intercontinental Championship Open Challenge. I mean, you gave John Cena a U.S. Open Challenge back in the day. You gave Obafemi Open Challenges after WrestleMania. Why not do it for the women? I mean, think about it. We have a lot of good talent on the women's roster right now. We got Bailey and Lyra. We have good women in NXT of Lola Vice. Triple A, Los Táxicas, La Catalina. I mean, the possibilities are endless now for the women's kind of title reign. I mean, if they can do that, I would be happy and surprised, and at the same time excited for what's going to happen for the women's division of WWE. Now, main event. Tribal combat. So much was at stake today or tonight if you're in Italy. So much was at stake. The tribal chief Ulafala on the line, the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. I mean, I didn't know what to expect, and I for sure thought it was going to be so intense where it was going to be, maybe the MFTs coming out or the Usos coming out, or better yet, Zilla Fatu would have came out and made his debut. We've been waiting for Zilla Fatu for like a year, maybe more than that. But I think we've been waiting for this guy for a year, and he still hasn't come to the WWE. That could have been his perfect time, but he would have helped Roman win the title. Thankfully, Roman did what he said he was going to do. He was going to fight with no help. He did it by himself, and he beat Jacob by himself. That's exactly what he did. So now Jacob has to, for one, acknowledge him, and two, has to be a servant for the family. But what was a weird vibe was after the match, Jimmy and Jay put the Ulafala on Roman. They walk out. Jacob has to follow them. But the MFTs come out ringside, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, are we gonna get like another bloodline versus bloodline situation like we had back in the day? Like, what's going on? What's the plan? But what Roman said kind of got to me. He's like, I got something special for him later on. I'm like, wait, what? Like, what do you mean? Are you gonna fight him next week? Are you gonna like if he wins King of the Ring, are you gonna fight him at SummerSlam? Like, what's really going on? What's the plan? Like I said, when it came to, of course, Pagano and Psycho Clown, for Roman Reigns fighting Solo Sikoa again, time will tell of what's gonna happen between the bloodline, of course. But now Jacob Fatu has to serve to Roman Reigns, and of course has to acknowledge him. So we will see that tomorrow live from Italy. Now, speaking of live tomorrow from Italy, we have now seen the bracket for the King and Queen of the Ring tournament leading up to Night of Champions, and it stipulates whoever wins King and Queen of the Ring gets a title match at SummerSlam for both men and both women. So far, the top champions right now for Raw and SmackDown. For Raw, for the men, we have Roman Reigns, still champion, and for the women, we have Liv Morgan. For SmackDown, we have Cody Rhodes, and for again SmackDown for the women, we have Rhea Ripley. Now, I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know who's involved in the bracket. Heck, I don't even know. I don't even know if we're gonna get returning wrestlers coming back for King and Queen of the Ring. I don't know. The possibilities are endless right now with this bracket situation. But whatever does happen, come Night of Champions, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be intense. We're gonna see people get betrayed somehow. We're gonna see hearts get broken, and we're probably gonna see one or two people cry when they become King and Queen of the Ring. Now, I think everybody has been asking the same question for I think since WrestleMania was done. Where is Randy Orton? I mean, it's been what, a month? I think a month since WrestleMania. Almost 2 months now because tomorrow it's the first day of the month, June 1st. Like, where the heck is Randy Orton, man? Last time we saw him, you guys asked him by Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, and he tried to get help from Pat McAfee, but then that went to crap. Like, where the heck is Randy Orton, man? We need this guy. We need the legendary killer back, and we need him to become a 15-time world champion at this point. I mean, I keep saying this. I sound like a broken record. SmackDown has been boring ever since Cody retained the championship. It's been boring ever since the Fatal Influence came to SmackDown, and it's been a total shit show. It's been boring ever since Gunther got signed to SmackDown. It's like, when will it end? When will the boringness end for SmackDown and something new and exciting will come our way? It's like we are stuck in a freaking time paradox where it's the same thing that happens over and over and again and again. It's like, when will it stop? When? Just just when? Randy, if you're listening, please come back to WWE. We need you now more than ever. And honestly, for me, I need you to become the 15-time world champion at this point, because right now this is just getting boring as hell. I mean, that's just it. Like, I just want Randy Orton back. Give me Randy Orton, and I'll shut up about SmackDown being boring for a while. Give me Randy Orton, and I'll stop. One simple thing to ask for. Well, that's all I have for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed Clash in Italy. Hope you guys enjoyed an amazing weekend. Tomorrow, Monday Night Raw will be live from Italy, so of course it will be 2 o'clock Eastern time, 11 Pacific time. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Hope you guys get to enjoy Monday Night Raw tomorrow if you're going to be watching in the States, or if you're going to be in Italy. Have a great time watching it in person and live. And I'll talk to you guys soon.